So, normally, I am not one to put my life on social media. I normally just use it to put pictures of my kids and have my family see them and have it come in my memories a year later. But I want to share my story, I guess, about dealing with bipolar disorder. I'm not one to normally share my troubles or issues or personal life, I guess you can say, especially on social media. Kind of find it hard to share with people I actually care about. But something inside of me wants to, so here it goes. If you don't care, then just keep on scrolling. Won't be offended. So I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder after I had my little girl, and she's 4 now, so it's been a little while, but it's something I've been dealing with for about as long as I can remember. I didn't know that it was, had a name, but I knew something was wrong and something was different. I'm gonna try and make this video not super long. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know how to exactly put my thoughts into words. So, from about the age, I don't know exact age, about 4th grade is when I could really remember starting to really feel different. Noticing that my mood would just fluctuate. Other kids, they would, kind of stay just this leveled, and I was, go from being this talkative whatever, and then I would just get sad, I mean, it wasn't as bad as like my depression was when I ended up going into the cuckoo house and getting diagnosed with bipolar. And a lot of the times when I was younger, which most people don't know this, but when I'd get depressed, I would, cry, and, people would ask me, what's wrong? And I didn't know what was wrong. I didn't know why I was sad. I had everything, I had, a house, I had food, I had all the toys you could ask for, I had a computer, I didn't have, I had friends, I wasn't really bullied, I didn't have nothing to really cry for, so a lot of the times I would say it was about, my mom leaving me, and if you're watching this, please avoid what I'm saying. But it really wasn't, because it's not that I didn't care. Yeah, it kind of bothered me to an extent, but it's like everybody, if you would tell them, oh, nothing, it's like that wasn't good enough for them. Nothing is never good enough of a reason to tell somebody that you're sad. And especially as a kid, nobody understood. And, a couple of weeks would go by, and then it was like everything was fine again. I just would be super good, back to being life of the party and cutting up, and I don't know. But then it started kind of getting to where it would affect my schooling, and because not only did I have depression and this manic state, I had this mania state. And the mania state's mainly why I wanted to do this video because recently, with switching my medicines and stuff, I went back into a mania state and kind of forgot what it felt like because I really hadn't been in a mania state since I've been on medication for it. And okay, so let me talk about it and then I can really get into it. Mania is like a lower than manic, and manic, okay, I'm very bad at explaining stuff, probably. Okay, when I was younger, I didn't know, like, that I was different for doing, like, what I'm about to tell you. I thought my thought process was like everybody else's. I thought everybody would, like, sit down and, like, think about things the way I thought about things. I literally would sit down and think about 100 things at one time. And not just, like, think about things. Like, I would, like, plan things out in my head about things that I knew wasn't even gonna happen. You know, it's like, I would go sit down. And I couldn't focus on schooling or nothing because it was like, man, if, you know, I won the lottery, you know, or better yet, let's not even go there. That was more like a daydream thing. Say I was at school. I would sit there and think about, oh my God, okay, if somebody would break in right now, this is what I would do. And I would think about like 5 different scenarios on what would happen if somebody were to break in, and what would I grab? Who would I do this? You know, oh my God, I like beat this person up and do this, or, you know, that person would do this, or what if, you know, they would stab me, and I would literally like play all this out in my head, and it seemed like a movie going on in my head, and it's like I would literally just stare off into space. And I remember people like just being like, man, you daydreaming or something, you know? So when people would say you daydreaming, like, I just thought, okay, everybody daydreams, like, that's what I'm doing, I'm daydreaming, you know? But apparently, you know, it's not that normal, you know? I literally cannot focus, like, I could not focus on it. I wouldn't sleep at night. Like, I could close my eyes, but I wasn't sleeping. Like, I had just these thoughts racing and racing and racing and racing and racing and racing. And it's like, I would lie about doing my studies or not having homework because I couldn't even think about doing something. Like, I would literally be, like, so, like, excited. Like, oh, man, I'm gonna go sit on my swing, and I'm gonna, like, think about if I won the lottery, you know, what I would do with it, and, like, go down to the last dollar. And then if I had to go in, I would be like, I'm gonna pause my, you know, thought process, like, pause the movie, and I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna take my shower, and then I'm gonna think about it in the shower, like, what's going on, and then I'm gonna get out, you know, I'm gonna pause it, I'm gonna get dressed, and then when I go, you know, do this or whatever, you know, I'm gonna eat and stuff, and then when I go back lay down all night long, I'm gonna think about the rest of it. And yeah, that's kind of how all of that happened. But after all of the mania and the manic, you feel super great. I mean, you feel 10 feet tall, bulletproof. You feel, I mean, completely life at the party. I would talk to everybody. I didn't care who it was that was talking to you. You didn't, and even when you didn't look good, you know, you felt beautiful, you know, like, I mean, you had all the confidence in the world when you're manic. I mean, energy out the ears. And, but pretty much every bad decision ever made was when I was manic. Most times that I got in trouble was when I was manic. Because you're very spontaneous, and you just don't care what the repercussions are. When you want to do it, you want to do it now. So that was when I was younger. As I got older, Okay, well, let me just hold on. After manic, always what goes up must come down. Okay, I'd get depressed, and then it's like nobody wanted to see you depressed after they just saw you woohoo, and it's like, why are you depressed? You know, like, why are you sad? Why are you moping around the house? You know, and it's just, you can't explain depression to somebody, you know, especially as a kid, you know, especially when you don't understand it yourself, you know, and then you're just so tired, you know, you're so drained. Like, I remember going take a shower and so tired that I literally let the shower run down on me. And I didn't even put shampoo in my hair. Like, I just cried and just let the shower run on me. And I didn't even know why I was crying. I mean, who does that? Like, I have to think about it now, and I think just like, what was wrong with me? What did I have to cry about at that age? You know, like, what was going on? But, I mean, I think about depression, and I said this before, I feel like I repeat myself. But it's like a big, you know, dirt hole that you're stuck in, and you're trying to claw your way out of it, trying to climb out of it, and as you're doing that, the dirt is just falling with you, and you're slowly burying yourself and making the hole bigger, and it's just, you're burying yourself alive. It's horrible. It's just absolutely horrible. But as I got older, I mean, the depression got really, really bad after I had my little girl, because I topped depression already with postpartum depression. And I'm not going to get into the whole what is postpartum depression, you know, in this video, because it's already 12 minutes long. But it was really, really horrible. And I mean, I got to the point where I'm just gonna say, you know, so many times you hear, oh, if a person says they want to kill themselves, they're not gonna actually do it. You know, it's the person that don't say that they want to do it that's gonna do it. And honestly, you know what, just, if you think that, then you're just full of shit. Like, I have no respect for you. So, with that said, it started off that I would just constantly have thoughts and visions in my head. If we were in a vehicle, I was thinking about getting in a wreck and it's just killing me and taking away all the pain. Or I would be laying down in bed and just think about somebody breaking in and killing me, or, I mean, and not like an easy way, not like just shooting me, but just stabbing me repetitively. Or I mean, just the thoughts that would go through my head repetitively. And you would think it would bother me, but the thought of dying just, it felt good to me. And I knew that it was a wrong way of thinking. And I just had a baby, you know? I knew that, I don't know, I don't know how to explain it to you. And then as the time went on, the thought of dying just seemed like a good idea. And did I think that I was gonna do it to myself? No. I mean, I didn't. But did I want to? You know, yeah, you know, I did. I absolutely kept thinking about it. The thought just stayed in my head constantly, is all that I thought about. And as I told you before, the cycling thoughts just there. And it's really hard for me to talk about, especially being that I actually did a couple of videos before yesterday actually, and was too scared to post them because I just whatever. And I said today I'm gonna do it and whatever. But so okay. Anyways, I don't even know where I was at. I hid it. I hid it very well. Nobody knew what I was feeling. I just came out of the blue, and I knew something had to be done. I didn't even know what anybody would do for me. You know, I didn't even know that they had like hospitals around me that treated, you know, I didn't even know. Like, I didn't know anything about none of that. And we were actually making like candy for Christmas, and I pulled my grandma off to the side, and I just broke down. And hold on. Okay, so I just broke down to her, and she just didn't really know what to say. She supported me, but she didn't understand exactly what I was going through. I mean, she didn't know why she couldn't understand why I was depressed, you know, or I mean, just having a baby. And I mean, she never been through that. She just couldn't. I mean, and I didn't know how to explain it. I couldn't tell her, you know. But she called and got me the help that I needed. Well, she called my husband and explained to him. And they admitted me into the hospital and got on medicines and had to keep switching medicines and this and that. But here I am today. And so with me and my husband, when I'm in a manic state, you would think me feeling like really, really good would be good for us. But it's probably when we're kind of the worst, because I'm, you know, spending money, and, you know, he's just like really worried, like, okay, what you're gonna do. And I'm like really spontaneous, and I'm just like, let's do this, we gotta do it now, you know. It's not 5 minutes from now. Like, I'm just, if we don't do it, you know. And he's like a person that's like, hold on, you know, like, I gotta take a shower, and I gotta do this, and, you know, I'm gonna heat up some sausage, and I'm gonna, you know. So we're like, we really clash if I'm manic. So, and my medicines like adjust like constantly. Like, I had one whole year of it being right, but started having seizures, and and then having babies, and just so much that they have to keep switching. I'm still like in the process of, yeah, it's a lot. So with that being said, mania, I really didn't have to put up too much with, because I find like most medicines target the mania symptoms, you know, even if they don't work for the depression and the anxiety and the manic. I really feel like most of them work for mania. So it's just recently that the medicines I'm on actually feel like induced the mania. So, but it didn't really cause like too much strain, you know. If anything, it just aggravates me. But I'd rather have mania than being depressed. It's aggravating, but I don't know. Strangely though, when I'm normal, I feel out of place. Like, I don't know, I feel weird about being around people because I don't know how to socialize, like as if I was manic or even in mania. Like if I was completely stabilized right now, no, I would not be doing this video. Let's see. Depressed wise, my husband's very much there for me. I mean, I've been to the hospital 3 times, and you know, probably a lot of men, you know, would be like, this girl crazy, and would have like walked out. But he's definitely been there. The only thing, I just wish he would not constantly ask me if I was okay or if I was sad, which I understand why he does, and it's good, but I mean, it's just constantly, are you okay? You're not sad, huh? I mean, I stare off into space a lot, you know, and it's just, you okay? You're not, you know, sad or whatever, or you're not feeling too good, and it's like, you know, no, I'm fine, you know, but another thing, like, I always like, and this video is like really long, but so I don't expect that you watch all of it or any of it. I like incorporate a lot of my feelings into songs, and the song could have nothing to do with what I am feeling, and it's kind of a way that I did when I was younger too. I would swing, and like I was hoping that like people would understand what, like, but my mind just works really, really strangely. And like I had told my husband this when we first got together. I kind of regret it now because like we get in an argument, you know, I'll put on a song and like I know that I'm directing to him, but he also knows, and I don't really want him to know because like I'll be like, respect my mind because I'll kill you, and he's like, oh, so you gonna kill me? And I'll be like, you know, no, it's just a song. It's just, I don't know, but okay, so y'all probably think I'm stupid. Okay. Whew. Lord. I cannot believe I'm doing this video. Okay. So, I feel like I've been doing pretty good for the most part. I mean, I'm here and I'm going day by day. And with my kids, for y'all that don't know, which I'm pretty sure all of y'all do know because that's all I put on Facebook. I got 3. And I feel like the worst part for them wise, my daughter mainly, was me going to the hospital. It was just her when I went the 3 times. Obviously was missing the moments in her life while I was there. But I don't like that my kids have to see, I feel like it's 3 sides of me. Like they don't know if mommy's here or there, what mood she's gonna be in. And so I try and keep like this median. Like even if I feel up, I'm still gonna try and stay with them here. Because if I'm down here, I still try and stay with them here. You know, because I don't want them to be just not knowing, you know, where I'm at. If that makes sense. If it don't, I mean, I don't know, like, I feel like that's the best way for me. I mean, maybe sometimes I'm not perfect at it, but I don't want them to, I mean, know right now what depression is and what all this is. I mean, I don't want to like break that little innocence of them. Granted, sometimes they saw me cry or whatever. You know, I'm not gonna like totally shield them all from emotion. You know, I want them to know that it's okay. You know, if you need to cry or if you need to, because I mean, man, if they want to cry for no reason, you know, I'm gonna totally support them. Like, you cry because if you need to cry, just, I mean, I don't want them to need a reason. You know, just cry. You know, I needed to. I cried in the shower, you know, but, so, that's my story. Yeah, I'm sure you did not watch all this. If you did, God bless your heart. Bye.